Hi everybody, this is Chad the Gaming Dad here again on Friday Father Knows Best. So, the reason why I'm coming back on here again now, I don't know if I ever really said this or put the word out there, but I could do these every Friday, but I choose to just do them when I have something that I actually have an opinion about, something that I'd like to talk about, and I don't know, just make some better videos, I think, instead of just forcing one out every Friday. So anyway, check on Fridays, because there is likely to be one, but not every week. So anyway, with that out of the way, this week's Friday Father Knows Best is all about falling in and out of love with video games. So my question for everybody this week is, we all love video games, and many of us have been playing for many, many years, our whole lives practically. But sometimes there are some things about video games and gaming in general that just pisses you off, right? Like for me personally, I can't stand it when I go to a store. I'm so excited, I'm buying into the hype. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta go get it. Run out to the store, go get it, pick it up, bring it home, stick it in the PlayStation 4 or even back on the PS3 or the Xbox, whatever you want. And then it's like, cool, hold on, you'll be playing this in like a day and a half after we download all the updates and stuff. And then day one patches because the guys shipped the game out and it's not even finished yet. Or like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, they ship the game out and then the patch is bigger than what's on disc. So like the disc is basically just the DRM to unlock the game. It's a downloadable game basically. Stuff like that, it makes you mad, right? When you hear about Nintendo doing some crazy thing where they're gonna restrict people from playing things and you can't post it online because they're being weird, and there's just so many different things that are going on anymore. It seems like gaming over the years has gotten more and more complicated. It's not just the graphics that have gotten better, and it's not just the systems being able to do more. They've also found ways to charge you more and make things just so complicated anymore. But that doesn't mean you don't love video games, but every now and then, some of that crap can get on your nerves. I know it gets on mine. And every now and then, the thought comes into my mind like, man, is it even worth it anymore? Do I really want to keep doing this? Do I want to keep playing this? I have a couple people that I talk back and forth with on YouTube, and Gamezomatik is one. Okay? He's a guy that lives over in England, and you should check him out. I'll link his channel down below. And Gamezomatik this week had a video where he talked about taking most of his current gen stuff, like PS4 games and everything, and just getting rid of them, selling them, and he's just going back to doing PC games for most of the multi-platform things because it's just simpler that way. I mean, why spend all this money and time on a console? The whole purpose of a console was so that you could just easily plug something in, throw a game into it, and it works. That was the point of having a console. The reason why people bought them instead of a PC, because you didn't have to constantly upgrade your hardware and worry about downloading patches to make things work and moving your settings around like you do on computer sometimes to get optimal performance. But anymore, the latest consoles are basically just, PCs. And limited ones at that. And on top of that now, with Xbox and PS4 coming out with their middle of the console generation upgrades, it's like going and getting a new graphics card for your computer, really. I mean, that's really what it is. So, with all these things said, there's a lot of people that are diehard gamers that really love games that every now and then are like, oh, man, is it worth it? Is it worth it? I've had enough of this. Do I need to just stop? Do I need to do something else? What am I doing with my life? That whole thing. So, for me, that's question number one this week, is what out there really makes you mad? What boils your blood? What really pisses you off about the gaming world and how things are set up and how things operate today? Because, I bet you it turns off a lot of people that have been here forever. Some for the entire time, like me. Been playing games since they came out in the 70s. So, part two of my question. You always come back. It always pulls you back in. It, right?
Get over here!
Right when you're like, that's it, I've had enough. Well, except for that, you know, what brings you back in? As you can see here, I got some of my old stuff here. Obviously, I'm not using the N64 controller on the NES, but I have them both hooked up. This morning, I just decided to play a little GoldenEye. The other day, I was playing all kinds of stuff on the NES here. It's just like, to me, that's what brings me back. When I start feeling like, do I really love games anymore? Do I still want to play them and stuff? It's probably nostalgia. It's probably age. It's probably a lot of things. But when I start playing some of these old ones that I played from back when I was just developing that love for games, that's what brings me back. You know, there are some good releases that are new releases. They're not all crap, and they're not all just money grubbing microtransaction farms, you know. They're not all like that, but a lot of them are. So the thing that makes me get excited about the next new release, for me anyway, the thing that brings me back into gaming and keeps me here is this old stuff. It's the foundation that the house is built on, you know. These old games, for me, in retro gaming, it's all, that's where the love came from. You know, I don't know if I'm looking at my shelf of games and I got a lot of new stuff over there, you know. I don't know if anything that's from these current generations that's gonna have the same effect on me as the first time I played, you know, Mario, Super Mario Brothers or something, or the first time you played, geez, like, I can tell you a story. I can remember the exact time when I first tried an N64, especially, the old Rumble Pack. First time. I didn't have one of these when they first came out. I was working at a video store, you know, like video clerk, like a movie, right? Standing there and giving people movies and stuff. And we had an N64 at the store that I worked at. And when there wasn't any customers, I would plug it in. And I remember having GoldenEye, right? Had GoldenEye, had a Rumble Pack, had an N64, and I don't know, I was the one running the store that day. There wasn't anybody else in there, so I plugged it in, and I remember feeling my hands were still tingling after I got done playing the game because I'd never had Rumble before. It was the first time they ever had Rumble, you know? This goofy little Rumble Pack was the first time that they ever did anything like that for feedback when you're playing a game. And I remember feeling it and going, oh my God, my hands, I can still feel it. It's crazy. I don't know if I'm ever going to really have that again. I mean, VR's new, and I've played it, and it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. But it wasn't like that. I don't know, maybe it was, like I said, age. Maybe when I was younger, I was more susceptible to new things and was, you know, head blown more often about stuff. And now I'm just like, yeah, that's new, whatever. Blah. You get that way when you get older. But anyway, that's my topic for this week. That's what I'm talking about. Number one, what really pisses you off about gaming, you know? Gives you that, darn it, why do they do that? Why do they have to keep doing that? And then, what is it that brings you back? What is it that keeps you coming back for more? For me, it's the retro stuff that I fell in love with in the first place that brings me back into it, and then I can get excited about the new stuff all over again. But man, if it wasn't for those retro games and everything, and, you know, refreshing that initial feeling that I had when I first started playing games, I may be done playing games. Who knows? But anyway, that's what I'm thinking about this week. So let me know down in the comments. What do you think? Like I said, what's pissing you off? What brings you back? We got lots more stuff coming out for you pretty soon. I've got reviews that I'm working on. We've got lots of Let's Plays. Kazi is finishing off Condemned playthrough, and he's totally a scaredy cat. And, you know, check the channel. There's lots of cool stuff going on. Every now and then I need to be refreshed. Just like playing games, I need to be refreshed on making more content, because anything you do, if you do it enough, can get stale. And so I'm feeling a little bit more charge, and I'm going to try to push out a whole bunch more cool stuff for everybody. But like I said, until next time, I always say it. Let's say it again. Say it with me, everybody. You never outgrow video games. My name's Chad the Gaming Dad, and this is Dad's Games. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. So long, everybody. Thanks again for watching. If you liked that video, please press like and subscribe. I love hearing from you guys, so leave your comments and any suggestions down below. Remember, there's tons of other gamers out there just like you and me, and they also know that you never outgrow video games. Feel free to share these videos all over social media, Twitter, Facebook, or whatever you use. This channel is for all of us. Let's make sure they know that they are not alone. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.